Hi you guys, the intro to this video kind of sucked balls, so I'm reshooting the intro after I've started editing the video, mainly because I'm just not happy with the way that it came out. I picked up this new Sony camera that's a new point and shoot that I got to try to use it as more of a mobile camera, so that way I don't have my massive mirrorless camera, because normally I shoot on like an USR and it's a big camera. So the intro to that one kind of got a little screwy, and the frame rate in the video looks a little funky, but there are a couple clips that I do want to show you guys from that one, because we went and we got the tires mounted on the Evo's wheels, got those on there, so please bear with me for the first like 2 minutes of this video just to get past that part, and then we got a whole bunch of STI stuff we're doing. So what is going on, guys? And welcome back to the channel. Also, let me know what you think of like this video quality as I have the camera set up right now for this intro clip and not the next one. If you guys like it, I'll probably keep using this camera a little bit more whenever we go out and about. So let's get into the video. All right, you guys, we just picked up all the wheels and tires from the tire shop. They look awesome. So I'm excited to see what these look like on the Evo. So I'm gonna toss these on real quick, and then I'm just gonna get it off jack stands, let it sit on the ground for a little while, let that the new coilovers kind of compress down and the springs get in there a little bit, because it's been on jack stands since we brought it over here, which has been, I don't know, like 7 months? A long time. Whoa, I have to poop when we get home.
That sounded wet.
Those tires look really small.
Yeah, they do.
They're 245s. Jack doesn't go right. What? Yeah. Thought I could karate chop it. There we go. See? I can double stack it. Oh, it's on the ground. It definitely needs to be lowered. Looks like a monster truck right now, but it's on the ground. God damn, that wheel fitment is very high. Honestly, I kind of wish I would have went wider with these wheels. I might buy some wheel spacers, and I think I'm gonna end up swapping wheels in the future to a little bit wider of a set. I thought they were gonna poke out farther than they actually do, and I guess not. But it's kind of cool to see this thing on the ground. This car hasn't been back on the ground in a long time. I don't like the way it looks right now. It needs to be lowered, it needs a front lip, it needs side skirts, the wing needs to be painted, it needs to be wrapped white. But you know what? Incremental steps. It's got tires now, it's back on the ground, that's all that matters. So let's swing back to the house, let's go work on the STI, let's go drive that thing around a little bit. All right, back at the house and back on the main camera. I really don't like wearing glasses. I feel weird, like really weird wearing glasses. So this is the downpipe sock I was talking about. It's literally like a sock. This is for a 3-inch pipe, and it expands up to 1.5 times its size. So our downpipe goes from 3-inch to 3.5 inch, and they also give you like the little metal ties and whatnot to be able to like secure this thing up. So let me get the quick jacks under the car. Let's get this thing in the air. Let's get the downpipe off. Let's get this heat wrap on it, and then we can jump onto our GPS module right here. More fun wiring. I'm not looking forward to wiring this guy. I got to do some pinouts, whole bunch of fun stuff. So let's do the downpipe first, that'll be easy. All right, let's get these quick jacks under here. I gotta pull this wheel off to get the downpipe out. Honestly, a lot easier than a stock car though. Tell you that much. I need to take these quick jacks over to the shop soon. Get out of here. I need a rag to wipe this thing off. My quick jacks are leaking, oh no. I think I need to re-bleed them here soon, clean off all these connections. Whatevs. These tires put the Evo ones to shame. Turbo blanket, I'm gonna take you off. Where's the little spring guy? Right there. I'm gonna get this turbo blanket off, as well as the O2 sensor. Now to take out O2 sensor. Now, my downpipe is leaking, and I gotta fix that. And that's because of the inner flange right here, so gotta fix that real quick. Probably like right about like that. So I could probably cut it right about there. tighten all that out. Now I can cut it right there, because we'll leave that so that way the tip is still exposed and we still have heat wrap here. That's gnarly, dude. That's cool. I can see fiberglass floating in the air though, which I'm definitely not a fan of. I'm gonna let this cool for a sec. The next thing I need to do is come in here and kind of shave down this inner flange a little bit just to make the OD of it a little bit smaller. It just barely doesn't fit in the downpipe. Now this flange is made for that turbo, so for some reason, to be honest, I don't know why it doesn't fit. It should fit, so I'm gonna let this cool for a second and we're just gonna grind down this flange just a little bit, this inner flange, right? Obviously the inner flange, just to be able to get this thing to seal up, because it was definitely spitting out some exhaust out of the downpipe, which is something we don't want. All right, test fit. Oh man, dude. What is like stopping us here? Are we hitting something? Oh, we are. Well, that might be the problem. What a fun time when you get to beat up your car with a hammer. Oh dude, that's much better. Now I should have put the O2 sensor in before I put this guy in. There we go. O2 sensor's back in. We got a heat blanket on our downpipe now. I guess it's like a heat tube sock, but you know, one man's tube sock is another man's heat blanket. That's what I always like to say. All right guys, so we have our downpipe tube sock on here. O2 sensor's backed in, it's plugged back in. Downpipe is back in, which I actually think I need to adjust that because that looks like it's sitting a little bit high, so I do need to adjust that a hair. It needs to come down just a little bit. Actually, let me adjust that real quick. Much better, got that adjusted. Now for more heat mitigation, I'm gonna use some of this silica heat wrap and some of the shielded like reflective wrap on the back side of this fender liner here, or this back side of this fender shroud to try to keep heat from going into the engine bay and kind of reflect it back outwards to kind of go out of the fender and whatnot. So let me pull this guy off real quick. Let me line the inside of this so that way we just have some reflective stuff going back that just to keep heat out from going in here. We don't want heat. So we got more heat control in here. We have our downpipe sock on, or our tube sock. We've got insulation underneath of this fender shroud to keep heat out from going into the engine bay. Obviously, I cut the slits out so that way it still looks decent. All the fraying will start to disappear over time. And then I also got some insulation up in here too. So that should drastically help with temperature. So let me get this wheel back on. Let me get it put back on the ground. Let's start on the GPS module next, so that way we can start seeing how fast we're actually going. This thing's gonna be way better with temperatures now, let me tell you that much. That heat sock alone is gonna make a huge difference. And aside from just the heat sock, even all that insulation that we just put in, going to make things way better. Bring out the fire. GPS module next, let me show you what we got. So using GPS to read speed is a little bit different. Normally we use wheel speed sensors. However, one issue that we have in this car is the stock ECM and the Haltech are fighting for signal on these wheel speed sensors, and because of that it keeps throwing the car into traction control, ignition cut, and then we obviously can't drive the car. So next option that we're going to be doing is this. Don't mind the Zyrtec, I have really bad allergies. So this is our GPS module. This is going to mount up in the glove box. This is the antenna. Now for this GPS module there is some wiring that we got to do. I got to do a switch 12 volt source. I got to do a signal output from the module. I can either use an SPI or a DPI from the ECM, and then a battery ground to ground this guy out. So I'll probably run it to the actual trunk for the battery ground instead of running it up into the engine bay and using a battery ground up there. I don't have the key on me, what am I doing? So I'm just gonna run the bloop dude back here to the negative terminal of the battery right here. It's just one more wire I have to run, it's not the end of the world. So let's get to cracking on this guy. I'm gonna get this guy mounted up into the glove box. I need to fish out one wire, grab my computer, so that way we can start setting things up. So let's run some GPS stuff. Alright you guys, we are all wired in. Stationary green light means that it has satellite link. If it's solid red, that means no link. If it's flashing green, that means it has link and we're moving. So let me clean up my mess out here real quick. Let's toss on the GoPro and let's go drive this thing and see if we have vehicle speed working and see how our temps look with all of our added heat protection up there. Very curious to see if vehicle speed works. I'm bringing my laptop with me too, just in case. Yeah, my auto headlights still
Whatever
work.
that is, I just kicked it and it turned red. Oh no.
No, I turned on lights, but try not to kick that.
I didn't mean to.
I know.
What is that?
That's the fuse box for the engine.
That seems like a bad place to
There's nowhere else to put it.
You could have moved it that way like an inch or two.
Then I couldn't take the top off because this hump comes out. Oh my god, it knows what gear I'm in now! Fuck yeah! And the trip is working! Hell yeah! Oh, that's sick. If I go into fourth gear, will it know? Yep.
Pretty accurate.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
26, 21, 13.
It does take a second to register. That's not bad. Did you just download that?
Yes.
So it's pretty accurate to your phone then.
When you're moving, it's accurate. When you're slowing down, it's not so accurate.
Because I think when I'm first taking off and first slowing down, it's not really accurate, but as I'm moving, it's accurate. It still thinks I'm in third gear right now. Okay, when I let off the clutch, it goes back to neutral. That's so cool! So it knows what gear we're in, it knows the trip now, it now tracks the odometer, it now measures speed. This car does it all. What else could you want? Although right now it thinks I'm in first gear and I'm not. It's probably a little fine tuning. It now knows I'm in third though, so I think it just missed that I was in second. Where is this bird? What are you doing? The light's red. I can't go fast right now. Sounds good though. The kids like you like the twirling noises.
I like the twirly noises. You've watched New Girl, right?
Yeah. It's cool. Alright guys, we're gonna run into Lowe's real quick. Like close this, roll this guy up. This poor old woman next to us. I legit feel so bad.
When you start this?
Yeah.
It should be okay.
I think she'll be fine. I actually love this dash. This thing's so cool. Speed works, everything works. I love it. You like those noises? The turbo noises?
The twirly noises. I saw all that light movement.
Right? backup camera doesn't look bad at night. It's only during the day. Dude, it freaking works. Everything works. The speedometer works now. The mileage works for both. Okay, so speedometer, odometer, trip work. Gear position works. Heat control is way better. Way better. Intake temps were like 10 to 15 degrees better than I've seen, and I'm judging that based off ambient temperature, not just what I've seen just driving around on like hot days or anything like that. You got to base it off ambient temp because that's going to show you your biggest difference in where I can't see shit without these glasses. That's going to give you your biggest impact. Like, yeah, ambient temperatures are going to play a huge factor on what your intake temps are, but dude, sick. That's so cool. I might throw the stock headlights back in for a little while, at least through the summertime, just to be able to get more air to the turb ski while we're driving, so that way I can bring IATs down a little bit more, so that way it's getting some outside ambient temperature versus what it's just picking up in the engine bay. But dope! I believe this was a shorter video, so I do apologize, you guys, but great things. At this point, I can continue to drive the car now, because the biggest thing for me, why does lighting suck right now? Because the biggest thing for me was getting the car to be able to track mileage, so that way the odometer is reading what the chassis should actually be at, and so I can track mileage, so that way I can obviously know when to do oil changes, know when break-in is complete and whatnot. So I'm doing a lot of engine braking. I can't get into boost. Josh told me to stay. Dude, face track sucks right now. It's because I have these on. Fuck it, I'll just be blind. Now that I can track mileage, it's a lot. It just makes everything way better. So that way I know when to do oil changes, intervals. I know when break-in's done. Can't get into boost. Josh told me to stay out of boost. But I can drive it normally for the time being. So, fantastic. We're going to get this car to the dyno hopefully here in the next month or so to go do some power pulls, get it fully tuned. So that way you guys can see giant flames coming out of the fender, because everyone keeps, why aren't you sending it yet? Why aren't you doing a poll? Like, bruh. It's a brand new engine. Let me get some goddamn miles on this thing. But that's all I got for you guys on this one. So if you like the video, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit that like button, turn black, blue, green, yellow, purple, silver sign, whatever color it turns for you. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel and you want to be one of these corners, no idea which one, I'll put it in quite yet. But with that, I will catch you guys in the next one. So peace out, homies. Woo!